Hello my dear friends, we are continuing to learn Python in Revit or Dynamo, whatever, it's always pretty same. Let me again open my new project. As you can see, we're working in Python in Dynamo, so it means now we're just trying to understand how we can play with data in Dynamo. So don't try to get a result straight away. We already have the result. You already can see how we can manipulate with data. Okay, here's my Dynamo, and let's create the new project again, and we will start again with something simple. I will start again, for example, with the Python script straight away. Here's my Python script. It's opened. Okay, here's my Python script, and before we will use the Python script, today we're gonna learn what is the string and how we can manipulate with the string. Actually, this is topic really huge, and we will be talk about the string maybe 3 or 4 lessons, and this is really important. We need to understand how it works. As example, before we will do something with the Python script, I will use some things from the Dynamo. I mean, we will create some strings from Dynamo. How we can do that? Right click and let's write here the string. Okay, this is first way. We can write here, for example, hello world. This is standard what we can write. And we, of course, have the code block, hello world. As you can see, I'm using here some quotes. I'm using it for creating the string. Without that, Dynamo not will understand is it string or no. And this type how we can create the strings in Dynamo. But we will use the Python script for this thing, and we will go inside to the Python script. Now let's do the same thing in Python script. We wrote already here the hello world. Let's do the same here. I will delete again everything except all these libraries. We need the libraries, we leave it. And let's start to write. For example, we will start from the word. I don't know, this will word like start word. Let's say start word will be equal. And let's say this will be equal to hello world. Okay, and our output will be the start word. Oh, here I did a mistake. It's not right the letter. So start word. Okay, let's save it and let's see what get me in Python. As you can see, we get in Python the same answer. Hello world. You can say this is your another new script what you already have done, because this is totally right script. Yeah, only hello world inside, but it's completed script. You have the libraries, you have the function, and you have the output this function. So totally working. Now we will learn indexing of this hello world. And before I will start it, I will try to explain you on my iPad. Why it's matter? Because all these letters inside have the index, own index. And let's start, I will explain it first on my iPad. I will show you some theory about the numbers or indexing in programming. In our normal life, we starting all the numbers from the 1, like 1, 2, 3, 4, etc., right? So in programming, we starting always from the 0. As you can see, I'm starting writing under the 1, because the 1 in programming, this is 0. And this will be 1, 2, 3. So just remember this hymn, because when you want to get, for example, this index, this number, right, from the list, whatever, it means you should get this index. So we're talking now about the indexes. So that's why if you want to get this number from the list, this one, you need to write the index 0. This is important. And also when you are using, for example, indexing with the minus. So, for example, not 0, you want to write the -1. It means you're starting from the end of the list. So, I will show you. -1, -2, -3, and -4. As you can see, we're not starting from the 0. It's not the 0 here, it's -1. It might be complicated, but just remember this thing. Okay, this is your list. Let me, I will write, this is your list. This is your index. Here is your also index, but it's inverted. So we will write like this. Okay, just remember this scheme, how it's working. Of course, if you, for example, will add here the, for example, one more number in list, let's say this will be 5. Here it will be index 4, but here it still will be -1. But this index now not will be -1, it will be already -2, -3, and etc. And we'll write here. Just remember this thing, how it's working. Let's now try to get the length of our words. So we have the hello world, and before we'll continue, we should understand, just for us, we should understand the length of our word. Okay, I will write, for example, start word len, so it means the length equal, and now we wanna get the length from the word start word. And here, before we will do everything, we need this quotes, and before that we need to write the command len. Let's write the command len, and we're already done with that. Now we need just print it. Print it, it means we wanna see its output. I will copy start word len, because this is our function and we wanna print it. And I will just use the it's here. We have the start word, and after that, how many the symbols we have. Let's run it, and as you can see, we have 11. You will say, no, it's not 11, this is only 5. Here is the 5 and here is the 5, but you forgot here in the middle. Here is we don't have anything, but for the programming, doesn't matter. You are using the C++, C#, Python, Kotlin, nothing, whatever. If you don't have the nothing between words for the programming, it means you have. So you have there one symbol. This symbol doesn't have anything. It's just the space bar. But anyway, you have something in the middle. That's why it's 11 symbols. Why it's matter for us? Because this is actually also the indexing. So 11 number. We can get only, for example, E, we can get only W, or we can get only the R. How we can do that? And this is now another theory. What is that mystery indexing? So I will delete everything, I will leave only the start word. I need now only the start word. We don't need now. Let's leave it our len, because it's nothing doing, so it's not any problem for us. Okay, we have here the start word. And what is that? Inside our start word we have the hello world. So this is our function. Inside we have the hello world, and here we will write these things. And for example, number 2. What is that? Let's run it. We get L. I will write here, for example, number 1. We get E. As you understand, this is index. In each of our letter have own index. For example, let's take the now W. I think it's number 6. Let me try. Yeah, this is number 6, as you can see. And by this way, you can get some of these words. For example, I'll just show you some practice thing. Here is the number 6. Let's write the plus, and after that, start word. And again, we will write that one, and let's say here will be number 9. And let's run it. And we get VL. Or we can even write, for example, let me do like this, 4, it will be VU. So by this way, you can manipulate with the things what you have inside the function, but you cannot change what you have inside in string. So this is like a static thing. If you wrote the once it's here the word, for example, hello world, you cannot change hello Python. You can only create the new one. For example, you can take from here the hello, and after that you can connect with the another function which have the Python. Like this, you can just take it here, the hello, and after that you can take the another word from the another function. Also, we can manipulate with our numbers really more funny. Let's say here is the number 6, we will change to the -1. What is that? Let me will start it. We get D. Why is D? D is the last word. Yeah, as you already remember from my explanation, if you have the negative, you starting from the last letter in your word. So the last letter in word, this is D, so it's -D. If it will be -5, it will be W. As you can remember, W have two same indexes. Let me copy it. Double, it have -5 and 6. Let me run it. As you can see, W, two same indexes. This is really interesting. But if you wanna get not only one letter, if you wanna get some of the letters, for that one we have the functions calling slicing. Actually, you don't need to write any special commands. You just can do this thing. And let's run it, and you can get hello. Why it's only hello? Why it's not with the word or some other letters? Because it's still index 5. 5 not included. So it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 not included. And as you can see, we get exactly our hello. If you will say till 3, you will get till 3. 0, 1, 2, that's it. So this is 3 numbers, but it's still the index 2. It's really interesting because you can do another thing. For example, you can, let me write it here. You can say 1 and like this. And let me, we not will start from the 1, let's start from the 4. And let's run it. As you can see, we get O. Why we get only O? It's interesting. Let me change to the 9 and we will see. Because we have here nothing. Actually, we have here just space bar, just a gap. But as you can see, it was like mirrors. O-V-O-R we have now. Okay, let me I will show you the one more nice example. We can also write something like -5. And after that, we can write like -2. And let's run it. And we get the word. Again, it's starting now from the reversing, from the other side. But let me will show you one really interesting thing. For example, you again have your start word. But what if we will use the double dots and after that we'll say -1? Try to guess what we will get. Just 2 seconds I will give you. Okay, here's the answer. Let's run it. And as you can see here, the reversing words. Yeah, we can get our string and we can reverse it. It may be some way will be helpful. Of course, it not will be helpful when you using, for example, some words and sentences, but it will be helpful when you have the, for example, some dictionary or a list of the numbers. You can just reverse it and start from the end. Why not? Actually, you can only not starting from the end. You can starting, for example, from the -5, and it will be here. Or maybe even you can start from the 1. Why not? As you can see, it's from the 1, and here is from the 5. It's interesting. Also, the nice thing, you can start each 2. So, when you're writing like this, without the minus, the Python in Dynamo will give you only each second letter. H, L, O, you can see it here, H, L, O, W, R, D. It also might be helpful in some situation. Just try it. Just try to play with these sentences, with these strings. And don't forget, I will give you one homework. You should just do one thing, which is you will see on the screen right now. The homework will be really simple. You should get not hello world, you should get another thing, you should get a world hello. You just will get like this. I will show you. Okay, without the world. Okay, just what you're gonna do. I will give you the tips. you need to create the function, for example, first word equal, and here you just need to using start word, and here you will write something. I don't know, this is your homework. You should write here the something. It's, as I say, this is your homework. Where is the... Okay, and after that you will write the second word. Again you will use the start word. Again you will write here the something inside. I don't know what, as I said, homework. And after that you will just plus this part and this part. So I think this is a really huge tip for you guys. You will done it, I think, really fast. Try it. If you not will done, just let me know below the comments. In the next tutorial, before we'll start the next tutorial, I will explain how you can solve this problem. So guys, for today it's finished. See you the next time.